Life is suffering. Yes. Well, who wants to admit that? Well, just think about it. Well, so what do you do in the face of that suffering? Try to reduce it.
Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here, back at Angry Guy's channel once again. I hope you're all doing well. Well guys, I found another interesting topic that he was intrigued. He said nice find. So it comes to show how life is temporary, but yet while we're living in this life, we have to go through so much suffering, and even innocent people suffers a lot. It's like every one of us in this world are supposed to suffer. And suffering, sure, there could be some positivity out of that if you can overcome the suffering. Like whatever don't kill you makes you stronger. But dang, the type of suffering that comes to many people is not equal. It's not the same. Everyone suffers differently. Yeah, we're gonna find out in this video. So, as you know, hard times are here. Jobs are disappearing fast. And if you lose yours today, you could be homeless in a few months and weeks and suffer more. But it doesn't have to be that way for everyone. Because if you choose to take the path where you could invest in your assets, you could be able to invest in your brand, and you could be able to have control of the money you make, definitely check out the Angry Creator Academy and learn how to build your online business using YouTube to grow it. And we also offer a free creator blueprint when you sign up. The link is in the description below. Check it out now. So yeah, if you find this video interesting, the topic that you agree with, be sure to click the like button, click the subscribe button, and click the bell next to it so you will not miss any Angry Guy videos ever again, and this video can reach out more people that needs to see this. Because unfortunately, not everyone out there that needs to see this video are able to see it. So if you want this video to widespread and get to the more people that really matters to open their minds on this topic, be sure to leave the like. It definitely helps. It can help a lot of people as well. Because honestly, this topic is pretty important. And whatever's going to be said here, I'm definitely going to put my take on it. And before we start, I just want to remind you that Angry Guy also has a Rumble. So if you want to hear unfiltered swearing from him and stuff, you could check it out as well. Anyway, let's get on with this video and see what they have to say.
It's just crazy knowing how much suffering this life offers, you know. When you really think about it, there's just so many people in the world that are suffering from some kind of illness, whether it's mental illness, terminal illness. It's just any type of suffering financially.
Yeah, a lot of good people are suffering a lot in the hospital. They're suffering a lot in prison. They're suffering a lot in the streets. And to many of those people, especially the people on the streets, like, the government doesn't do much to help them whatsoever, provide housing. I mean, there are organizations that try to help the homeless, but I don't think the government as a whole is doing too much to save them or to be able to help them have a better life. Like, it's hard to find help when you lack of it. It's like when you're someone who's popular, who's rich and stuff, you could get all the help you need in the world. You can go places. But when you're in the very bottom, when you need help the most, not many people will help at all, which is really sad. So think of it this way. I would never try to really help a rich person like I would with a poor person. Because the poor person needs a lot more help from other people than a rich person. I mean, they're rich. They could do stuff on their own. But, you know, look at the reality today. Oh, I'll help you big time if you pay me this much. Everything's like a service today. If you don't pay them money, they will not help you. Yes, so what does that say about this society?
And it breaks my heart, truly, you know. It just breaks my heart because life is temporarily, but yet the pain feels like it just lasts forever. You know, this is a temporary life where we're not going to be here forever, but while we're here, we can't even enjoy, we can't even be happy, we can't even feel good. We got to feel like shit, or we just suffer from some kind of whatever the hell it is. It's just, why does life got to be this way? I always ask myself, why is life the way it is? Why is everything the way it is, and why does it keep getting worse and worse? Why can't things get easier, or at least just don't get any worse? But yet it's got to just get worse. Everything.
Yeah, that's what I always wonder too. Why is this world getting worse and worse and no signs of it getting better? Why is it that things are just getting more and more expensive and there doesn't seem to be any hope out there for humanity? It's just like, oh, it's inevitable. A lot of people are sure that it's gonna be crappy and more crappier your life, and you suffer a lot, and you could barely enjoy your life, because enjoying your life is just for rich people with a lot of money, but the poor people that are suffering, well, they don't deserve it, right? That's pretty much how this world runs into today. And you know why this is all happening? It's because the Bible is predicting that. The Bible says the apocalypse, that basically a lot of things has to fulfill before Jesus comes back and look for his church. And what is the church? It's a group of obedient people that worships the word of God, that actually looks for his guidance to seek the truth. And a lot of truth seekers are the ones that suffer the most. The ones that love to lie, the ones that want to admit stuff, they're the ones living lavishly right now. You think that's pretty fair for the people that are truth speaker? It's like, if you do good in the world, it's like you get punished for it. You suffer more for it. And when you're being corrupted and you're trying to like scam people and all that stuff, oh no, you're living lavishly. You get away with it and stuff. You have so much more protections with money. And then the poor person will have barely no protection whatsoever. So you can notice how unfair this world is, and how the Bible said that the good are bad and the bad are good. Like, this whole world is twisted. The devil's taking over this whole world. And as a Christian myself, I have all this knowledge to discern and to know why this is happening. Times are just getting tougher. If there's no way you could survive, like, you cannot survive on your own, you're gonna need a higher being that will get you to the right direction, pretty much. But after that, you have to believe in yourself. You have to have skills to survive, and you have to do everything you can to be able to get out there. Because if you don't, basically, no one else is going to help. Angry Guy said that a lot.
Get more expensive. Prices can't just stay the same. If anything, at least drop a little. But if anything, at least just don't get any more expensive. But it's like, we just don't strive in a positive direction. We don't strive in a positive direction. Things get more and more out of hand. Things just become worse. It's getting harder to live. It's getting harder to make ends meet. It's just, everything is just becoming more challenging. And the suffering rate, just how I look at it as, just goes up. We just struggle. That's all life is a constant struggle. Every day we're just living a constant struggle. We're trying to keep our heads above water, like I always love to say, because it's the honest truth. That's what it feels like for me. We're just here because we're here. Are we really enjoying it, or we're just here because we're here? A lot of us, mainly, are just here because we're here. Our stupid parents had to bring us into this hellhole, and here we are now. Now we're just trying to survive. We're just trying to make ends meet. We're just trying to survive, and hopefully before we know it, it'll all be over. That's at least my thoughts. I don't know what people see about this life.
So you can see the reality of what's happening right now with this whole thing. Unfortunately, it's like a lot of us are being brought to this world without being able to fulfill our purpose in life, and a lot of us die too early because of unfortunate circumstances. A lot of them are out of their control, out of our control. We just gotta do what we can in this life, and you never know when you're gonna die. That's the scary thing. It's like, that's why we all tell you guys, live today like it's the last day, because you just never know. Always be productive, always do things that you enjoy, and know that hard times are here, and the jobs that you rely so much on for a long time are disappearing fast. You rely too much on the jobs, and if you lose that job and you have nothing else going for you, you could definitely be homeless in a few months and weeks and suffer more. But you have to believe that it doesn't have to be that way with you. It doesn't have to be that way with everyone. So if you want to build your own business and be able to find a niche that you could be able to make money and survive on, check out the Angry Creator Academy today and learn how to build your own online business using YouTube to grow it. Yes, there is also a free creator blueprint when you sign up. The link's in the description below. Check it out. I definitely will recommend it. Back to the video itself and commentate a little bit more, shall we?
That they love so much. I don't know what people see about this life that would make them want to have kids. I don't see it. I just can't see what is so worthwhile here to do all that. I just look at life as a curse, honestly. I'm here and, we're just trying to make the best of it, but it's really, it's not coming out, it's not, working out the way you want it to, You're just stuck doing something all the time you don't want to do. We're all just trapped.
Yeah, especially when a lot of us American citizens, even here in Puerto Rico, we are earning wages that are stagnant, yet everything else around us is just going up and up and up. It's no wonder why we cannot afford the basics essentials like we used to. And it's like we are stuck in that circle of life because a lot of us are not informed of other better ways to live. And even if you find a better way to live or find alternatives, it could take you a long time for you to build up your character so you can actually be able to make a living. It could take years, but what better way it is to start your own brand now than to just wait until the whole thing collapses and you have nothing else to fall back on. That's what's going on.
It's almost like being in a what do you call those things that a genie, like one of those lamps where you rub the lamp, the genie's trapped in a lamp. Well, life itself is like a big genie lamp, lava lamp, whatever you want to call it. And it's like we're all just trapped in it until we die. And then once we die, who the hell knows what happens from there? But until then, this is it. This is what it is. This is what it is in the meantime. I just don't understand what people see here that's so magical. I can't see it. With or without glasses, I I really can't see it. I don't know why people want kids,
And you could tell with his face right here. Yep, Born into a Corrupt System is literally the name of his channel, as you could probably notice. And he definitely looks around my age. He looks like in his mid-30s or so. And you could tell that the millennials had it rough. Like, literally the financial crisis happened around the time when we were still in college or in high school. Maybe in even middle school, some of us are millennials. Like, this whole crash happened right before millennials had a chance to be able to have an easy way to find jobs. And now as soon as we finish the school system and college and stuff, a lot of us are not able to find jobs so quickly, and then we gotta suffer more out of our control. And I remember when I graduated back in 2011 from my bachelor's degree, it took me literally nearly 6 full years, if not a little bit more than that, for me to have a full-time job. Crazy, right? And then I was able to get a few years in call centers, help desk, customer service roles and stuff for a few years and stuff. But in and out, I was like a period of a year or so without a job. And now ever since late 2023, which the last job I had was a receptionist at a water company pretty much. Well, I haven't been able to find any other job since. So I'm going on 2 years more with no job. So if you count the 5 years that I was without a job, and right then and there I had to come up with side hustles already with eBay, computer services and all that stuff. And then I started knowing very early on that there are other options out there, that I cannot just depend on the whole work system out there. So you get the idea, guys. That's almost 10 years after college that I had no job. That's more years of me out of the workplace than me being in it. Rather it be that I get laid off or I decide to quit the job because I was getting tired of the mundane, monotonous type of work that I'm doing over and over, and I wanted to do something else on my own. Stuff like that. It's just like sometimes you gotta wonder nowadays, like jobs are hard to find. Anyways, let's hear a little bit more and then we'll get to the conclusion.
just to say I'm a father, just to say I'm a parent. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Competing, I mean, I just don't understand. I don't care for any of that stuff. That's just me speaking, though. I mean, I don't know what runs through people's minds, but I just can't relate to those type of people. I just can't understand those type of people. I just don't understand why anyone would want to, you know, bring a kid in today's life. You know, if you want to have a girlfriend or boyfriend or get married, that's one thing. But to just bring another living thing into the system, it's just, I feel like that's just downright cruel, in my opinion.
Especially in today's world. Like, can you imagine Generation Alpha, you know, coming from 2013 where they were born with smartphones, there were iPad kids and stuff, and we are about to see Generation Beta, if not this year, next year. Generation Beta, what are they gonna grow up to? Oh, they are definitely gonna be growing up to an old digital future, that's for sure. They're gonna grow up in a world where you own nothing and be happy, and you're gonna be in smartphones all the time, and you have the dopamine hits all the time with these screens. That's what most people are gonna be, that generation grow up to. We're gonna have a generation, which we always starting to have, like not being very smart in the head, absorbing a lot of brain rot today. So why would I want to bring a kid in this world, like he said, into a world that is super corrupt, and we could guarantee that kid is gonna suffer, and it will be our responsibility for that to happen. Just think of it this way. It's nice that you could have kids, you want to take care of them and everything, it's all good. But you feel like you're responsible of this person's suffering even though you're doing everything right. Even though you have the best intentions. But yeah, if you want to watch the rest of the video, I definitely implore you to do that. The link of that video will be in the description below. And the link to his channel as well, so you can support him and try to listen to the rest of his videos there and other videos he has. Literally called Born into a Corrupt System. And yeah, this channel is very interesting. I hope that you could get some value out of this. You could get some awareness out of this. Definitely check out the Angry's Creator Academy if you want to start having your own business and side hustle, so you could live in a world where you're not going to get any more traditional jobs, but you will have more control of your future. And we also have Angry Guy at Rumble if you want to check out his unfiltered content there. Give this video a like. Click the like button, click the bell next to the subscribe button after you click the subscribe button, so you don't have to miss any videos from Angry Guy ever again. And you can also help us reach this video to more people, because I'll tell you this video is very important for people to be aware of. People need to know that they're actually in a corrupt system, and being able to unlearn all the indoctrinations that you've been fed through your entire life. Anyways, if you want to check out also my YouTube channel, is Magbo Gaming, in the description below, where I do game collecting videos. I show up my game collection. I hunt video games in many different game stores or retail stores, and also pawn shops and flea markets too, and a few other stuff too, especially gaming topics. And eventually I will bring back my other channel, which I will not review yet. That's all about talking about topics like these. Anyway, that's all I have to say, and I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo out. Bye-bye.